Hey everybody, welcome to Squash Talk. I'm Pat. Thanks for joining me tonight. I have some cool announcements, but I'm going to touch on some other things first. As you can see from the announcements. Oh shoot! But hold on. I can't believe I did that. Touch on some other things first. Shut up, Pat. Nobody wants to talk to you. I always do that, man. I do it to copy the link, and then I forget I have it there, and that happens. Anyway, yeah, let's touch on some other things from the thumbnail. Let's see, I got some paint on my hand. Yeah, so I got banned from the Bigfoot Odyssey group. Kerry banned me himself, supposedly. That's what he claims. And it, he claimed to have done it in the name of our, best Bigfoot pictures ever show that we did a week ago. It's his claim, but I'm not buying it. I don't think that's why he banned me from the group. It's kind of funny. I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew eventually I would, step on some kind of toes that, where that kind of thinking, that kind of linear thinking would come my way, and somebody with the power, would go, we can't have fair questions here. Boom, you're gone. That's all it was. Just fair questions. That's all it was. Go back and watch the video. Watch the first 15 minutes of the video. It was fair questions and an open invitation. So anyway, so yeah, that we made that video a little over a week ago. I was still in the group up until I realized that yesterday I wasn't. So that means that he kicked me out of the group, I don't know, within the past couple of days of me realizing it. And I'm thinking, why? Like, you knew about it the next day. If you're so principled, why didn't you just ban me then? Why'd you wait a week later? So the only reason I bring it up, well, there's several reasons, but the biggest reason is because there's a good chunk of subscribers here on this channel who you guys stop messaging me, please. Good chunk of subscribers on this channel that came from that platform, that came from Bigfoot Odyssey and or Daniela's show, Hidden Existence. So I thought it fair to address you guys, since you're sort of in between, or you're on my platform, you're on his, and you kind of came from there, from my exposure on there. So I felt it just kind of worth addressing in a very civil way, just like normal. I'll admit, it put me in fight mode last night, but I'm not there now. And I challenged him. There were words, I called him a coward. You can't, you're a coward who can't have people questioning things. Okay. So again, linear thought, it's a dictatorship, I guess. But anyway, it really brings up a bigger point. And I'll get to the announcements, because I care more about the announcements than I do, this kind of silly high school bullshit. Oh, by the way, there's going to be language. I'm sorry. If you have kids in the room, watch the video later. High school fucking bullshit, dude. I refuse to take part in it. So I'll get right through this, and I'll get to the announcements. And thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. You guys are, man, I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it again. And I see that, Bigfoot Anon is in here. Man, he's a flat earther. You know, like, so Anon, like, I've debated flat earthers on air. I'll debate you on air, bro, about flat earth. But you're welcome here, man. You're welcome here. You think the earth is flat, you know? I know it happens to be round in a 3-dimensional way. So anyway, man, like, you're welcome here. Gary Johnson is welcome here, man. He's you know, he's kind of one of those like extraordinary guys, man. He's like, he puts it out there, you know, he's what he thinks these things are. Fair enough, dude. And you know, if anybody catches me, like, you think I'm some kind of hoaxer or I'm lying to you about something that I present to you, which, to be fair, doesn't happen often. It's not a thing I really do. I got some pretty crazy freaking orb footage I've never shown. You know, I've had a couple of possible encounters. I'd say the Woodknock, you know, to me, man, that was a legit, you know, Bigfoot encounter. Hey, man, if anybody wants to question me or talk to me about that, I'd be, you know, happy to do it. So I got nothing to hide. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling on right now. So I think that what happened, I don't think that the whole Carl thing got me banned from Bigfoot Odyssey. Number one, I don't think Carrie's is buying into that. Maybe, you know, I mean, maybe, but probably not. Especially if he knows anything about the you know, Mystery Man is a Thunderbird pilot. You know anything about that, then you're definitely not buying into it. I think it was something else because it happened, you know, there was a delayed reaction, and I think it was this, honestly. Hold on. God. You might want to share the screen first, dumbass. Chrome tab. There we go. I think it was this. I will not participate in any "we're all in it together" type thinking with thousands of strangers. Groupthink isn't how problems get solved, but discourse is. And then a definition of discourse: discussion, conversation, talk, dialogue, communication. Communication. It's kind of what Squatch Talk is all about. But oops. But not groupthink. Not groupthink. Squatch Talk is not about groupthink. Squatch Talk is not about some utopian, unrealistic fucking idea that we're all in it together. Because we're not. Yeah, I just said that. We're not. We're not all in it together. And who's we? So I'm supposed to be all in it and together with Matthew Johnson and Zorth. Matthew Johnson and his Zorth, who loves Trump, right? That whole story. If you know anything about Matthew Johnson, like, that's a real thing. DDoS. Am I supposed to be all in it together with DDoS, who's in jail for beating his wife and his kids? Am I supposed to be all in it together with those guys? Who else? Todd Standing. Tom Biscardi. Rick Dyer. Am I supposed to be all in it? Are we all supposed to come together and include those guys in this we're in it together? No, of course not. And how many other people that follow the Bigfoot subject, the Bigfoot phenomenon, either anywhere between boots on the ground to casual, hey, Sally, to casual, followers of Encounter Stories, like Sasquatch Chronicles listeners. You're talking like probably millions of people. And I'm not going to embrace that, like, just, without any thought. Like, I vet people. I'm not just going to embrace an entire community. And, oh, by the way, thanks, Sally. Kim. The Bigfoot world is pretty fucking tribal, if you haven't noticed. And if you know anything about tribal, and dude, it's like thousands of tribes, like it's extremely diverse in thought, in opinion, and cherished belief. A lot of people in the Bigfoot world just focus on their worldview and sort of project themselves onto the phenomenon. I'm not going to go all in with that and embrace every single fucking stupid theory that comes my way that has no proof, no evidence. No. Like, why would I do that? So discourse is important. That's how we move the ball down the field. Not just embrace every fucking thing that comes along and say, oh, well, we're all in it together. So you think this and you think this and you think that and you think that. No matter how absurd or how bad of a person they are. I mean, there's bad people in this world. I gave you some examples of them. And they were in the fucking Bigfoot world. So what? It is not a virtue to be easily persuaded by others. That's not virtuous. In fact, it's gullible. You find yourself in bad situations if you're easily persuaded by any fucking spooky story that just comes along. And I don't do that here. I know people who have seen them. I was not easily persuaded by them. It took some time to get there for me. Open-minded. I've got interest. Okay, really? You saw one? Tell me about it. Now tell me about it 10 more times. Oh, and let me ask you the same question I asked you 2 months ago that you don't remember I asked you. It's not a virtue to be easily persuaded by people. And that's why the Bigfoot fucking community can't just all in one come together. Because we're all in it. We're all looking for the same thing. No, we're not. Some people are looking for fucking Nephilim. Some people think the Melbourne Ketchum study is a real thing. Now I'm ranting. And I didn't want to do that tonight. But that, I suspect, is why Kerry Arnold kicked me out of that group. And that's fine, dude. Kerry Arnold doesn't make or break Pat fucking Turner. No way. He might claim otherwise. Well, I helped promote your channel. Yeah, sure. I was, whatever, dude. Like, yeah, you asked me to be on your show, and I have this little Squatch Talk logo right here. So, I really never promoted my channel other than the fact that it was right here. That's it. So nobody makes or breaks me, man. And, and dude, it's, I'm just going to let it roll off my shoulder. Like, I was in fight mode last night. I admit it. I admitted it to the guys, and they talked me off the ledge. I slept on it, and I'm not in fight mode anymore. I'm just going to put it out there the way it is. The truth fucking matters. And that's all I can do. So anyway, I'm going to move off that and go to announcements. So not tomorrow night. What's the night? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. Thanks, Bill. Wednesday night, we're gonna have a cool show. I was talking to Patrick Vaughn. We were having a little back and forth on Messenger, and we were talking about like some of the weirdness about kind of encountering Sasquatch in the dark, and he suggested that maybe he have a live on air conversation with Daniel Benoit, who had a similar encounter, and they kind of take notes live on air and discuss that with each other live on air. And I'll sort of like, facilitate it, moderate it, whatever, just host it basically. And I thought that was a great idea. And so I put it together. I reached out to Daniel, and we're going to do that Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll just be me, Patrick Vaughn, and Daniel Benoit. And they'll be talking a lot about their different encounters in the dark with these things and sort of comparing notes. And I can't wait to be a part of it and see it myself, So that's going to be fun and interesting, a little different. I don't do a lot of encounter stuff here because I'm not entertainment. I'm not trying to do an entertainment show like a lot of other channels that are very successful. All they do is, provide entertainment. That's it. I try and make my shows entertaining, but it's not a spooky story show, obviously. Anyway, you should avoid them in the dark, killed by Bigfoot. Or maybe I guess you didn't avoid them because they killed you by your name. Sorry. So that's cool. That's going to happen Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Look forward to that. And then Friday night, we're just going to do a Friday night free-for-all with the dudes who I've not fired yet. I stand by my show. And a guy, I talked to Bill Reed. He's an interesting dude. I've talked to him on air before. He's actually a skeptic, but not with a capital S. But he's an interesting skeptic guy, and interesting enough, he's friends with Thomas Steenberg. So Thomas has been doing this for 40 years, and here's his friend Bill Reed, man, and Bill's kind of a skeptic, but he's curious, and he thinks there's something to it, but he's not convinced. He's not convinced the whole thing is like legit. And that's cool. So I actually gonna have him on with the rest of the guys, like whoever wants to be there. I don't want to go like eight person panel, but we'll put together a good group and have Bill on, and everybody can just kind of pick each other's brains about it and say what they want. So I think that'll be actually a really good show. And then big news, at least for me. Next Monday, a week from tonight. So May the 10th, 8 p.m. Eastern, it's finally happening. The tag team debate, the Bigfoot tag team debate on the Modern Day Debate channel. Looks like it's lined up. We've got opponents, and so I'm excited about that. It'll be on the Modern Day Debate channel, not here, but me and not sure who yet will be debating two skeptics who seem like they're not like capital S skeptics either, but they're going to challenge. They're definitely going to throw like good challenges out there. And I really look forward to that, man, because that's one of the most important things to me, man. I'm way more excited and hopeful to be able to pierce outside the Bigfoot world, man. and talk to people who never considered it or might think it ridiculous, and bring a different type of message or a different type of framing of the phenomena to the table that they don't expect. Because believe you me, just like I touched on earlier about I'm not all in it. I'm not all in with everybody. It's because, dude, people from the outside, outside the Bigfoot community, they just peek their head in like this and go, nope. There's a reason for that. That exists. So I'm excited to be able to pierce that bubble and give them a much different presentation than they would ever expect. Most of them, they're like, whoa, this is what, so yeah, I'm excited about that. And so yeah, we got Wednesday night with Patrick and Daniel. That'll be fun. We got Friday night. I talked to Bill Reed, and he's interested in coming on, so that'll be fun. A little different flavor in there, and Bill's a really good skeptic, I'd say, a very curious, interested skeptic. But then again, I mean, I'm a skeptic. I don't know what they are. I don't claim to know what they are. We kind of know what they look like, but I'm skeptical too. And also this, bam, hello Twitch. Hello Twitch. Hey Twitch. I now have a presence on Twitch at Squatch Talk. And I'm excited about this because Twitch is one of my favorite streaming platforms to watch, actually. And I have a personal Twitch page, but I set up a Squatch Talk page on Twitch to just try and draw in maybe, a new piece of audience. It's a lot of younger people mostly there. And like I said, I love it. Like, I follow a lot of streamers on Twitch, man. They're great. They're very entertaining, but there's really no Bigfoot presence there that I could find. I looked around, man. I couldn't find any Bigfoot podcasts on Twitch, or Bigfoot streams. And I'm like, well, I'm familiar with the platform. I can connect it to my StreamYard. Why not? Might get some new kind of interest from this platform. And so I'm excited about that. I'm very excited. And yeah, so we might change it up this Friday. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be cool having Bill there, and maybe we'll get a couple other different people in and switch things out a little bit. Or maybe we'll have 10 people on like we did last week. Either way, man, that's it, guys. That's pretty much everything I had to say, man. Wednesday night, that's going to be a cool, different show with Patrick Vaughn and Daniel Benoit. I'm super excited about that. Friday night free for all will be interesting as heck, as always. There was one more thing. And then Monday, 8:00 Eastern, and I'll be advertising it. I'll be posting it. Modern Day Debate Channel. We will be doing a Bigfoot debate. Yay. And then Twitch. I'm on Twitch, and I'm excited about that. So I just want to talk about it. And I'm working on a special guest. A guy in the Bigfoot world, pretty much everyone is familiar with. Controversial. It's not Todd Standing. It's nobody like that. At least in my opinion, it's nobody like that. But he's not really in the Bigfoot world anymore. He kind of turned his back on the Bigfoot world. But he's definitely controversial. But I happen to know the guy, and I guess you could say I'm friends with him. But he's been gone for a while, and I'm gonna ask him to be on the show. We'll see. You know, he may not want to do it, and you know what? I don't blame him. And if I do have him on the show, it will be in a very like sort of appropriate, safe way. I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to get anybody to grill the guy. So it would just be a fair discussion within the, you know, the Squatch Talk parameters. So yeah, I'm working on that. I'm not going to say who it is yet. I haven't even asked him because I had to kind of reconnect. So I haven't even asked him, but I'm going to ask him, and we'll see. So that's it, guys. I'm going to take off. Thanks for watching tonight, man. Like, especially on the fly. And I hope you guys tune in, man, to these shows coming up in the future and the debates. I will be promoting that. So if you're not already a part of the Squatch Talk group on Facebook, please join. It's a good place to interact. So, and kind of see what's going on in more real time. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.